microphone. Okay, done. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Alright.
Let me see.
Yes, that is me.
Is it working now, guys?
I'll hear you.
Alrighty, thanks.
There you are.
Can you go back to your stuff now?
I will come back to my stuff. Gladly.
It's really weird. It was working before, but
Probably just,
it's been a while since I've streamed anyway, so... Alright, good. Let me continue this then. Alright, hold on, guys. I'll still be drawing, but I got a phone call to make. Hey guys. Sorry about that. My mom calls me sometimes to check up on me. And it gets kind of long, but I like talking with my mamo. Hello guys. Have you been enjoying it so far? That was like the first time I was able to work on stuff while talking. I finished all the line art. That took way longer than it should have. I enjoy talking with my mom. You ought to call your mamas sometime.
Your mamas.
Yes, your mamas. I love talking with my mom. We're just, you know, talking about, you know, stuff. We're talking about Selena stuff and taxes, because we're adults now. That's one thing I don't like about being on my own now, is doing taxes. You know, adult stuff. Here we go. Adult stuff.
Adult stuff.
Alright, it is good. It's all good. Awesome. Well, I was able to work while I was talking, so yeah. Hope it was still entertaining enough for you guys. But yeah, you guys ought to, if you're like away from your parents, you ought to, like, you know, call them up and say hi. My mom always does. And it's really comforting, you know, because, you know, adulthood is still kind of daunting to me, but I'm getting used to it. It's been a year already. Yeah, guys, yesterday was John's birthday.
Yes, it was. Woohoo.
Guess you could say you're mid-century.
Well, you're not wrong.
When am I ever wrong, John?
I'll get back to you on that.
I guess 25 is gonna be your last year, John.
Probably. You're gonna be the one that instigates it.
I always instigate things.
You do. Miscreant. No?
You're the miscreant. Oh, I'm Python Blue. I completely forgot to tell you too. Happy birthday to you.
When is his birthday?
Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
A quarter. That's how old John is. He's a quarter century.
I'm a quarter century.
He's 25 now.
Can I have a quarter life crisis now officially?
Yes. You can officially have one now. You know what you can also have? You can rent a car now legally. So you can rent a car while you're having a quarter life crisis. What do you think about that?
I'll tell you what. I'll rent a car because of the quarter life crisis.
You'll rent a car because of it.
Yes.
Well, you already drive a beater, so I don't think you need to.
No.
You don't need to rent a car. You know what happened when you were renting a car when you were first around here?
Almost a year ago. Actually, a little less than a year ago. Technically.
Alright,
It was a difficult time.
Alright, anyway, this is a commission for Mr. Troy in Twitter. He has this really snazzy polar bear OC. It's very fun. It's been very fun doing this ref sheet. He's a really snazzy bear. Here, let me... I only need subtle. Oh, and someone asked if I saw the update for Clip Studio. I did. I haven't updated my clip yet. I'm sorry. I'm actually more leaning towards Photoshop here because I just love the brushes way too much to leave. But I do have Clip Studio. If anything ever happens to Photoshop or like it gets worse or something, I'll go back to Clip. But I think I have more resources in Photoshop, especially since you guys know that I have like a 50s aesthetic with my work, and I feel like Photoshop helps a lot with that more than Clip, because for sure Clip Studio doesn't have a noise filter, so I usually do that here, and of course the brushes too. I'm way too attached to the brushes. I swear by the yes, of course. The Kyle brush set is just everything. If someone were to make a mock version of Kyle's brushes for Clip, then I'll permanently go back to Clip. But for now, I'm good with Photoshop. I want cheesecake. What are we gonna do for dinner? Getting used to. I mean, I did too. I used to love Clip Studio. It was great, but just a lot of the stuff that I wanted for it for my style, I think you just don't have in Clip. Like I just said, the noise filter, they just don't have that. And I love putting noise filter to make my work sort of look a bit aged, like if it were from the 50s or 60s. But they don't have that there. They have some kind of weird thing called noise. It's something noise, and it just doesn't look good. It's not noise at all. But and also I can't see like the alpha layers in Clip. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about in that, I can show you really quickly in a sec. It's another factor which my work looks, which I make it look retro. If there was any way that Clip Studio could utilize Photoshop brushes, that would be great too. For sure, when I use my iPad, I use Art Studio Pro, and you can use Art Studio brushes, but I also love it because you can use Photoshop brushes in there. A silly old bear. This is my first time doing a polar bear character, and I'm pretty satisfied with how he came out. Share with the classroom. Alright, I'll show you guys real quick. Alrighty. That thing is so slow. Let me see, what is a good how to show? What about Procreate? I loved Procreate when I began having my iPad Pro. But what I didn't like is that, like every other painting program I used on the desktop, they all had clipping masks. And only like in December, I believe, November or December, Procreate finally utilized clipping masks after I don't know how many years they've launched the app. And I tried it and I didn't like it because there were some limitations to the clipping masks that, you know, are easily bypassed in Photoshop and all that. And I don't know, I just still don't like it, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel weird about Procreate. Like, they just barely they just recently, have the feature to crop your stuff. In an art studio, they have all that already. I feel like Art Studio Pro is like a pocket version of Photoshop. It's just like it. You can easily put in what's it called, Photoshop brushes in there. You can put in Photoshop what's it called, Photoshop color palettes. You can upload those. If anyone wants them, I actually have a color palette of what is it called? Oh yeah, the mid-century color palette. I just gathered up a bunch of mid-century color palettes I found online, put it all together, and made a Photoshop palette out of it. But yeah. Gosh, I'm still looking for a good example. Did I use it in this one? No, I probably didn't. Okay, for sure I used it in my pyro piece. Alright. So, close up, you see like that kind of 3D looking effect? How I did that is that here, I did this whole piece. See, I did this whole piece. Ketchup. Okay, so I did this whole piece in here and everything. Finished it, and there's like all these layers. And then I just duplicated this whole group, flattened the copy, and what I did is that I turned off this channel. When you see a flattened picture, all these are checked, but you just turn off the red channel. And if you move it, you move the layer to the side or whichever direction you want, and gives that, that slight 3D look to it, I guess you could say. And Clip doesn't do that. That's why I like Photoshop, so I can do this. And there's like a slight noise filter. If you see like all those pixels, that is the noise filter, and Clip doesn't have that either. So that's why I have a bias towards Photoshop. And there's many things I don't like about Photoshop, but there's also many things I like about it that just keeps me staying, learning so much. Yes. But yeah, I'm also like really picky with my iPad apps too. And yeah, Procreate doesn't do that same thing either, you know. But neither does Art Studio, which is why I always have to wait till I get home to do those sort of last minute touches to my work. He's a fuzzy boy. Hello, the Superion 123. Do you have any veggies to steam?
Let me check. I think we have cucumbers. I don't know if you want steamed cucumbers though.
No. No.
No. Well, all right. As far as veggies go, I think that's basically about it. You still thinking about what you want to do for dinner?
Well, yeah, we gotta look for a recipe now. Especially if it involves meat, because we have to take out meat.
What was that fish recipe that you did the last time?
Which one?
The one involving like the breading.
I didn't really like it.
You didn't like it?
I didn't think it brought much flavor. If you can find a new recipe with flounder that looks somewhat like flavorful or something, let me know.
You just need to fry it with lots of butter.
Because I don't feel like any of the recipes we've tried with flounder was like any flavorful. Like, I don't know. That's me. Hey Luna. She says happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
Alright, nice. He has a bluish noose. Yes, this is a model character sheet. It's a commission for Mr. Troy in Twitter. Down. Is there anything else that's that color? Not really. Backside. Little tail. Sunglasses. see the
We
earphones.
had those burritos. You're not feeling it?
Not really.
Trying to think of what to use the fish for. I'm actually kind of not opposed to the idea of doing fish.
But can you look for a recipe for it? Like, it has to be a recipe that really, like, sells it to me. Like, this is gonna be flavorful. I really like the shapes used in this character design. I mainly went with what I see here. I wasn't really given, like, a full body shot of how he looks. But, you know, I just went with what I could assume he would look like. You guys haven't noticed, I love future funk. I really like disco and funk music. So good.
How does this look? Seems pretty simple.
Big flounder with panko and parmesan. This is one of those things I wish we had, like asparagus or green beans. I'm gonna ask you to get like some frozen ones. 4 flounder, we have butter. You have parmesan, right?
Yeah, we have fun.
We have salt. It says dried thyme. Or thyme, whatever.
Time. It's time.
We don't have that.
We don't have time.
Is it necessary? See, I recently bought animation desk for my iPad Pro. I have that one too. I'm using that for my Little Mermaid reanimated scene, but things have been popping up and I haven't been working on it, but I should. But things happen. But I will work on it. But yeah, I love that that app whenever I get the chance to animate. And someone asked here, what do you think of the new starters for the new Pokemon game? I've never really been a Pokemon person, honestly. My cousin once tried getting me a Pokemon game. I believe it was Pearl, I think, for Christmas one year, you know, when that game came out. And I only played it for, you know, a few weeks, and I just wasn't converted. So I don't really care much for it. And honestly, my TL is flooded by it. And then it was cute at first, and now it's like, I just want to move on to something else. Because I'm honestly just not into it. Not quite as efficient as Toon Boom. Hey, Animation Desk is really good for those who can afford it. I cannot afford Toon Boom at all. Which is sad because, you know, a lot of us are on a budget. Can only buy the same game yeah, that's the thing. It seems like the same thing over and over, just with a different, you know, overlay or whatever. I just can never get into it. I mean, it looks cute and everything, but it's just... The only RPG I really like is, of course, Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door. And that's about it. Nothing really even comes close for me. Okay. I ought to make this smaller. See, I recently got the Adobe Creative Suite, trying to adjust to Photoshop slowly. I mean, the adjustment is pretty easy. It is a little bit different, but once you get like your personalized, you know, workspace in order, you know, you get used to it pretty quick. I usually use the navigator, my swatches here, my brushes here in case I ever need to switch, or I even have this, my libraries where I put, you know, my usual brushes in, because I have a whole bunch of brushes, but there is a few that I exclusively use. See, there's my usual brushes I like using. I was going to ask you about the character, but you didn't mention your reanimate project. Which one? Yeah, I've already joined 2 reanimate projects. I can't really join anymore because I got stuff to finish. I have those 2 to work on, and commissions that I've owed. I've been in a slump, but I have to like force myself to get back into it and everything. Alright, then check it now. I joined the Ren and Stimpy one and the Part of Your World one. And those are the only 2. If I join any more, I'm gonna be swamped with work. And I'm already doing those other 2 for free, you know, because, you know, I want to, you know, brush up on my animation and just do something for fun for once, you know. But yeah. Why is this slightly opaque? Is it just me or is it slightly opaque there? Huh. That's slightly opaque. That's weird. Here, I might want to change it to something different. It leads to pain if you work on... Yeah, no. 2 is enough. There were some that I wanted to join, but it's like, I'm already, like, joined too many. 2 is already too many for me, so... Yeah. But it'll be fun, though. I actually got a good scene to do for the Little Mermaid one. And that's like the biggest one. I have a very small scene for Ren and Stimpy, so that should be pretty simple to finish. See, what kind of music should I put up? Is there anything you found?
Just that one.
What do you think? You want to try that one?
We can try that. Seems like it'd be simple enough.
If you can take out the fish, that'd be nice. So it'll be ready.
Put in some water.
Actually, we should be making food right by now.
We're gonna be late here.
Yeah. Jazz, I don't know. I've been in a Selena mood lately. Been looking up stuff about her. and documentaries. Excuse me. Oh, shoot, what'd I do? Let's try this on for size. So you have to go now. Alright, see ya. Thanks for coming, Nico. Have you put cold water on the...
I did. You're good, dear. You're good.
Hope we don't eat too late. This window capture. Very good.
Heckin' drawer. Heck this.
Alright, thanks for coming, Artie. Huh.
I need professional help, dear.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll just pick a color for the pants.
Pick green. Or better yet, I have a better color that you can pick. Puce.
Your puce.
Your mom's a puce. Sounds so wrong. With that color. Puce.
What are you thinking about? Hello, Ambassador Pineapple. Looking good. All I have to do is glasses. Tyler R. I'm getting married in 4 months. What are pro tips I could use for the early bit in my marriage? Do you mind having John give a few tips as well? It is both of us.
Very forgiving.
Well, there's one. I don't know. Have at least a bit of money saved up just in case of any emergency.
Yeah, definitely don't be afraid to talk finances over with your spouse to be.
There's definitely no shame in putting later honeymoon.
Yeah, there's no shame in that.
We haven't had ours yet, officially.
There's no shame in having a small wedding either.
Mm-hmm. Definitely no shame in having a small wedding. I don't know if it's just an American thing or, just in this day and age kind of thing, but it seems to be required to have, like, the biggest, gaudiest, dream white wedding, for a lot of people, but it's really not necessary. You can just go to the courts and just, you know, have everything done and over with just like that. 55 people is still pretty small. It's a good amount. Yeah.
Keep it at that. Gosh, what do I suggest?
But yeah, it can just to, and it's just not to you, it's just to anyone. Yeah, it's not required to have like a huge full-on wedding, you know. What we did, we actually wanted to get married through the courthouse. We just wanted to elope. But you know, my family wanted to be a part of it and everything. They wanted a whole thing. And it's one of those things that my mother-in-law keeps like apologizing to the both of us for, you know, because she would have respected us, you know, excuse me, to have what we wanted to have, you know, to just have a small ceremony, you know, on the spot, and, you know, just a small thing. My parents, well, not my parents, mainly my mom and my aunt. My mom and her sister, they wanted, you know, a whole thing and everything, because, I don't know, I guess apparently it's not really official unless you have a ceremony. But 10 days before the wedding, we legally got married because, you know, we got a marriage license a bit too early. We were wanting to get married in April. Yeah, we were wanting to get married in April, but things kept happening. We kept pushing it back, and it was finally a time when we decided, okay, we wanted to finally tack it on this date, and it was July 21st, and we were like, okay, and then we realized the marriage license would expire days. How many days before the wedding? It was on the 18th, right?
Yeah.
It would expire on the 18th. So when you get a marriage license, you have 3 months to, you know, have a marriage officiated, you know, by, you know, a person, you know, marrying you, and maybe a witness as well, I believe, yeah. And you have 3 months, and when it expires, you need to get another one. And we kind of didn't want to get another one because that thing cost us $91. So, you know, days upon, you know, the wedding, you know, it expires on the 18th. We realized this, and, you know, we just talked with John's relatives and everything, and his grandfather. He was willing to marry us on the 11th. So
He was a former pastor, by the way, too.
Yeah, he was a former pastor. We got together in Ontario Mills Mall, and right next to the mall is an Olive Garden. We went to eat there, and, you know, we said our vows there, like right on the table with John's grandfather, his grandmother, John's mom, you know, and I believe your little cousin was there.
Yeah.
We were all there, and we just said our vows then and there, and, you know, everything was signed, and we were legally married right there in Olive Garden. And I would have been way more than satisfied just to have that, you know. I didn't really care for the wedding. It was fun, don't get me wrong. The wedding was fun and everything. But I would have been, you know, just as happy, just, you know, just having that small Olive Garden wedding right there, or marriage, because I wouldn't call it like a wedding. But yeah, that's really how it happened. So we got married 10 days before the ceremony. Yeah. If we were to have kids and everything, if they wanted to have, like, something that we would have wanted, I would have allowed that. Like, I don't want to pressure my kids into, you know, just something they don't really feel like doing. And then that's what my family kind of did. I mean, no offense, but, like, you know, my family is of, you know, Hispanic origin. So, of course, like, they want to, you know, maybe over-grandize a few things, you know. Especially since they're Americanized as well, you know, everything has to have, like, a whole thing. Like, when I turned 15, I initially did not want a quinceañera. But of course, again, my mom and aunt insisted I get one. And of course, I had a small quinceañera. Over 100 people there. So, yeah, you bet I'm not gonna want to pressure my future kids into, you know, into something they don't really feel like doing. But yeah, like Tyler said here, yeah, honeymoon does not have to, you know, be anything fancy. We're actually thinking about, you know, going to Big Bear or something. I totally agree with the wedding thing. Important thing is, yeah, exactly, Luna. Someone who's been married. Those are rock solid tips. Thanks. We only just, you know, got started this this year, you know, or these past few months, so.
It's definitely been a wonderful 7 to 8 months.
Of you tonight till tomorrow, I'll be holding you tight, 'cause there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. This song is way too sad now to listen to. Hey, Jonathan B. You ain't Jonathan B.
No, I'm not.
I love you. I'm dreaming of you tonight till tomorrow. I'll be holding you tight, and there's nowhere in the world I'd rather be than here in my room, dreaming about you and me. Tyler asks, John, what do you think of living in Cali?
What do I think of living in Cali?
Yes.
I mean, I've lived here all my life.
He's always lived here all his life. We're both California natives, but we've only, like, lived here in LA for a year already.
I mean, could be worse. I guess that's what I'll ultimately say, is it could be worse. It's not the greatest. Everything's so expensive out here. Cost of living is extremely high. And in LA, people don't know how to drive. But it's not that bad. At least not yet.
How can you afford LA? I guess the only way you can afford living here is starting out with roommates. We share this apartment with 2 other roommates we have, and it just lessens the the amount of rent since we split it, and it kind of helps having a partner, or like for our case, what's it called? Being a married couple, because it makes everything easier to pay for. We split bills a lot, and it just makes it easier for us to save up money. Do you feel an immense sense of dread as you went to LA? A bit. I mean, I missed my folks a lot. As soon as my family dropped me off around here, I already felt kind of anxious. It's like, oh, I kind of want to go back to live with you guys, please. I probably would have, had I known about my last roommate, a bit sooner, but I'm stuck here already, so no, we're surviving just well. Especially if we want to get into like our respective industries, you kind of have to keep going, Yeah. And you only fail if you really give up.
Not like that, but we're married. We can't really go back anyways. So
yeah, no. No.
We're stuck.
I mean, for sure we can like sleep over at our parents' places, but like only like as a visit, like a sleepover kind of visit thing. But to live back is like, no, that's out of the question. We made our choice to, finally become adults and live on our own. Excuse me. Is there something wrong in the air, like your I don't really notice anything.
Why?
He says, I mean, like, there's like something wrong in the air, like you standing on top of a demon's nest. If you're talking about like the smog or whatever, I don't really notice it. I think it's more apparent when you go to downtown LA, because that's where it gets like really smoggy over there. But around here, I mean, not really. If my calling ever heeds me to Cali, I personally would love to move to Orange or SoCal. Southern California is pretty nice. I used to live in Santa Ana. It was pretty nice there, living close to Costa Mesa and Fountain Valley and Westminster. It's really interesting over there. Would you move elsewhere if a non-LA based studio offered you guys jobs? It would depend.
Probably.
If it were a promising job and it'd have like a lot of job security, because here's the thing, I was offered the same thing by John Kay for Florida, okay? And you guys know what happened.
Yeah.
So.
Probably, and then you got a whole bunch of other factors like what would this do to me on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
What if I get a career here? I mean, if we both have opportunities, I guess. I would actually not be opposed to it at all. To a degree. I mean, I would probably miss California, though, given that it is my childhood home.
Same here. So I think it would just all boil down to if it's like promising enough for us to actually move out, Yeah, it must be awkward. Not really. I still love Ren and Stimpy because, it's not solely John Kay who worked on Ren and Stimpy. There's a whole bunch of other talented people that didn't go diddling kids that worked on it, Yeah. I've heard Cali might not do so hot economically. Probably.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's Cali though. You know. It's freaking expensive up here.
It's really expensive. It's nuts. And I do wish, you know, I do wish the industry were elsewhere. At least in SoCal, like in Santa Ana, kind of, you know, kind of stuff. That way it's not too... Because the thing is LA's way too saturated with people living here. Because you have not only the animation industry, but you have the movie industry, you have the music industry here. What other industries do we have here?
Yeah, you've got music, gaming might also be partly here, but I'm not particularly sure.
I don't know. I don't know about gaming.
Okay.
Because the biggest one I can think of is Blizzard, and that's in Irvine, and that's in my neck of the woods.
Alright, then I might be wrong. But yeah, you've got music, you've got gaming, you've got music, you've got movies, you've got animation.
Yeah.
You've got entertainment, and partying, and celebrities also, which is another one of those little...
Yeah, it's way too saturated here. If it were a bit spread out, and if, you know, if what's it called? If the animation industry could be like more spread out, you know, so everyone doesn't all have to come here, I think that would be much better.
Honestly, I think it would be a lot better if animation studios just popped up all over the United States, you know.
Mhm.
Instead.
It's just not the case though. Disney used to have a bunch of studios all around the world. I think there was like an Australian studio, there was one in France, there was one in Florida, you know, and then they just fizzled out.
Well,
and now it's just the one over here.
Well, it probably did too, considering because paying animators at the very least in the United States is an expensive ordeal, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, maybe they did that because they wanted to look towards outsourcing, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, if there were more, you know, studios kind of condensed all around, it would be much easier. But because it's all here, you know, everyone wants to come here, and it just makes it harder, you know, for newbies to like look for a place to stay. Maybe expensive because of the oversaturation of people living here. And honestly, if I were to finally get like some kind of, you know, full-time job, you know, that would last me a few years, you know, I would want to live somewhere else, not here. I would like to live a few miles away because it's just way too saturated here. We've talked about like living in Santa Clarita, or, you know, somewhere a bit secluded from the LA area, and only go there for work and then, you know, come back in a not so saturated city, you know. I think the animation scene is pretty... I heard it is, but I also heard from Sabrina Alberghetti. She's a friend of ours along with her husband. That they're not really paid that well in Canada for animation. Like apparently, how much you get paid here for only storyboard revisionist work is way more than how much they pay you for actual storyboard work in Canada. So even Canada is a bit of an animation problem because they're so underpaid. But yeah, there's only so much I can handle from LA, but if I were to have the chance to like move somewhere else while having a stable job here, I would. I mean, we're already saving up to look for, you know, to find a house to live in someday. We don't want to rent forever.
Yeah.
And apparently it's a lot cheaper to own a house than to rent, you know. And where my parents live in Santa Ana, it's like, how much did my mom say that they pay per month for the house they live in?
I don't even remember, honestly.
Like a little over 1,000, and we pay $1,750 for this apartment.
Yeah, I mean it is cheaper, and then not only that, but it's also kind of better in the long run.
Yeah, I don't want to rent forever.
Only because at least we have a place to stay. That's not going to be like... That's kind of just more customizable, I guess would be a way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then eventually, not only that, but eventually we can also pay it off and we completely own the place too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we'll be, you know, it's not like we'll be constantly making payments on it forever.
Yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot to think about, but I think we're doing good so far.
Yeah, we're doing fine so far. But eventually, we're gonna want to start advancing as best as we can.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to rent forever.
Me neither.
No. The newcomers. Yeah, I think one can do their own research to see what, you know, John K. has done to people.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people have moved where I live, especially from California, but now prices are rising here too. Where at? Oh, this song too. I could fall in love with you.
I'm just.
If you guys don't know who Selena is, you really should know who she is. Stop. No. Stop ruining everything. I should just to myself and never let you go. I could fall in love with you. It's been a long time since I've heard this song. I could fall in love with you. Wondering what you're thinking. This looks pretty good so far. Oh, I still forgot those sunglasses. So I should keep this to myself and never let you go. I could fall in love with you. I'd say purple would be a good background color. Yeah, the Jennifer Lopez movie. I never seen the movie in full, but now I want to. I think that YouTube being a thing, there will be tons of places to be an animator. Yeah, well, YouTube is so messed up nowadays. Animators just won't survive.
Not necessarily without good business sense, probably.
But YouTube though? Especially since views don't matter and like keeping you sustained in YouTube. Exactly. I mean, if you want to keep your stuff out there, I guess it is pretty good, but relying on YouTube as like just your job and putting out animation, it's not worth it. A lot of my favorite YouTube animators just don't do it anymore. What are some of your favorite YouTube animators? I really liked Psychic Pebbles. One of my exes, introduced me to him. Gosh. Who else? Oh my gosh, what was his name? He used to do animations a lot in YouTube. Pike and Petey's a good one. Petey. El Cid. He was really good too. I loved his work. Can't really think of much on the top of my head now. What should I put on now? See, I was not really Evanar, we're just talking about stuff now. I'll probably do last finishing touches here in a bit, but wanting to listen to a few of my favorite stuff. feels the same every day. Come home from work late again. Work so hard and never play. I can't wait to take you far away. Don't you know? Gotta go. Pressure bills from everyone every day. Get away, come my way. There begins to end in your mind. Come go with me, make you feel alive. Let's make the last everlasting through time. Yes. Don't worry about tomorrow. Just come go with me. Don't let it end in sorrow. Love is our destiny. Oh, take me by the hand and we'll find another land. Oh, leave our world behind. Go work from 9 to 5. Find it interesting you saw the big. Hey Alexia. Jazz, Vonna, I don't really care which one you call me. That looks good. Oh baby, can't you see? I like to feel the passion to the point of no return. Bless you. I'll be in full reaction. I wanna take you in my arms, taking me to the point of no return. Taking me to the point of no return. I like to feel the passion to the point of no return. Oh baby, I will be in full action. I wanna take you in my arms, taking me to the point of no return, to the point of no return, taking me to the point of no return. Aw, thanks. You just stick to with just making art, done anything scholarly? Not really. I read a lot of articles from time to time, but I don't know, I just stick to just drawing. I wanna be with you, baby. I'm gonna be by your side. I wanna be with you, baby. I'm gonna love you every night. Alrighty. Picture looks great. Thanks. Let's play something from my playlist. This one. Alright, so let me guys show you my little technique. So I have this whole group here, right? Everything is in there. Everything important that I need. So then, duplicate group. Duplicated. Merge the new group. Click here. Turn off red channel. Then get the move tool, excuse me, and move either direction you want. And look at that. Nice. And filter, I'd say that's a good filter there. Now look at that. Looks more 90s than anything. And Clip Studio doesn't have that, so I'll probably save that version and the normal one. It's very easy. You just do that in Photoshop, you know. Just turn off this thing and just move it. It's really that easy. And noise is just, you just go to filter, noise, you add noise, and you just adjust what percentage you want there. A picture in my mind, tell me what you see. A tourist in a dream, a visitor it seems, a half-forgotten song. Where do I belong? Tell me what you see, I need something more. Suddenly alive, happiness arrives. the storm, how do I begin? A room within a room, a door behind a door. Touch, where do you lead? I need something more. Tell me what you see, I need something more. Crazy Hannah. Oh, same here. Touch is my all-time favorite Daft Punk song. Alright, now let me show this to the client. And I'll probably work on one more commission to show you guys. Well, yes, that. I listened to it before I met John, I believe, so. I was still in high school when it came out. And it's Sands. Are there dudes on your shirt print? It's actually Rey from, Force Awakens. It's a Star Wars shirt. Of course, I was disappointed by Last Jedi, though. It was okay when I first saw it, and then I saw it, I repeated watching it, and I noticed how much of a mess it was. Anyway. Love is the answer, you're hold on. If love is the answer, you're hold on. If love is the answer, you're I finished her commission. Alright. I'll begin his sometime later. Alright, let me see this one. I feel the same way, Hannah. I would like to do something with the song. Almost no one didn't know I had a YouTube, but it's here. Hey Jazz, what's your favorite food? That is a very difficult question. I think anything relating to chicken, anything related to like some kind of fried chicken, but I also love I love pupusas and pizza. I like my pizza. Message. Alright, so this dude. Food is my favorite food. Yes. Food is food, you know. You've given me too much to feel. Sweet touch. You've almost convinced me I'm real. I need something more. I need something more. Such a depressing song.
Yes. Like my life.
Hmm?
Like my life.
Like your life?
Yes.
Same. Close my eyes and feel your skin. Back into my mind, you're back again. Running down my spine and fingertips. I hate that I do. I'm getting visions of you. Alone in my bed, I can smell the perfume. You're out of my head. These visions of you, it's all that I see. So tell me the truth. Are you thinking of me? I'm getting visions of you. 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 Alone in my bed, I can smell the perfume. Get out of my head. These visions of you, it's all that I see. So tell me the truth. Are you thinking of me? Thinking about the time we went away. That's when you became my great escape. Days were passing by, the seasons changed, and I hate that I do. But instead I'm getting visions of you. Alone in my bed, I can smell the perfume. Get out of my head, these visions of you, it's all that I see. So tell me the truth. Are you thinking of me? I'm getting visions of you. I'm getting visions of you. Alrighty. I'm getting visions of you. Alone in my bed, I can smell the perfume. Get out of my head, these visions of you, it's all that I see. So tell me the truth. Are you thinking of me? I'm getting visions of you. Visions of you. Visions of you. Alright, I think this will be better. Getting visions of you. Alone in my bed, I can smell the perfume. Get out of my head, these visions of you, it's all that I see. So tell me the truth. Are you thinking of me? I'm getting visions of you. Oh, it's a JPEG image. Never mind. Yeah. Yes, John's music always bamboozles me. Okay. Yes, I want to remember that. Oh, it's probably still not it. You know, yeah, I do. I haven't seen it yet, though. It's like an anime. Hello, Julio Santiago. Hope I corrupt you guys with my singing. Oh gosh. So client likes it, so I'll probably upload it here in a bit, just after I send him the links. To say hi to different artists around. Aw, thanks for saying hi. I can't save this. Okay. I used to be a freak about this song in high school. I'm gonna have to just do this then. Alrighty. Just don't let me save a picture then. That's fine. Breathing you in when I want you out. Finding our truth in a hope of doubt. Lying inside our quiet drama. Breathing you in when I want you out. Finding our truth in a hope of doubt. Lying inside our quiet drama. wearing your heart like a stolen dream, dancing in skies with your broken keys. No one can blind us any longer. We'll run where lights won't chase us, hide where love can save us. I will never let you go. Alrighty. No. I just this. Alrighty then. We'll run where lights won't chase us, hide where love can save us. I will never let you go. Breathing you in when I want you out, finding our truth in a hope of doubt, lying inside our quiet trauma. Well, this wasn't in shuffle. Alright, this needs to be on shuffle. No, this is not shuffling enough. Alright. Yeah, these next few comms are gonna keep me busy. Okay. No, not really.
Sorry.
When I was younger, I could fall asleep at night, dreaming of cotton candy, clouds and joys of fireflies. Now I lie awake, the fantasy is gone. Are we still young? Are we still young? Are we still young? Alrighty. Something's going on in my throat. Alright, so... Alright, I zoomed in too much. Time runs me over and I grow some thicker skin. Learn to be skeptical of those with good intentions. Why is it hard to love without hurting anyone? Are we still young? Are we still young? Are we still? I can imagine Jazzy jamming to this song. I hate when I'm typing something and I look up and whatever I typed is just not in there. Is John capable to any music challenge?
I'm listening.
Kendall asked that.
What's the challenge? I'm genuinely.
He's asking what's the challenge. Cause I don't wanna chase or make you make the same mistake. Every time you fall away. Oh shoot. You got your powers over me. Your powers over me. I'm going under, yeah. I'm going under, yeah. Got those powers over me. Those ones I need to keep from going under. I'm going under. So it looks like I can't do this one yet because this is a sticker comm and this client hasn't given me what expressions they want for these stickers. So this dude is done. Yes. And I'll upload it here too. You got your powers over me. Those powers over me. I'm going under, yeah. I'm going under, yeah. You got those powers over me. Those ones I need to keep from going under. From going under, yeah. Still 8 of you out there. When do you think we should start cooking?
Start cooking here in about 10 minutes.
True.
Start doing a cook.
Keep going round in circles, running back this track again, right back where we started. We're like a broken record. This all seems so endless, always looping back again, skipping and repeating. We're like a broken record. This dude's stuff. We're like a broken record. Alright, random question. There's an effective way to deal with creative burnout. I'd say just stop and take a break. Because if you really cannot think of anything to do, just take a break, really. This track again, right back where we started. We're like a broken record. This all seems so endless, always looking back again, skipping and repeating. We're like a broken record. record.
Like a broken record. Like a broken record. Like a broken record. Like a broken record.
You tell me you understand. Wanna believe it. Want you to show me you really care. And I won't wait for you to make your mind. It's now or never, boy, let's redefine. I've been waiting for you. 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 It looks like I'm just gonna end it here. A lot of my next commissions, I don't have references for yet. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. I'll see you later. I'll try to stream more often for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming and see ya later.